You know, it gives me a little bit of anxiety when I watch too much of it, because I'm like, I'm just gonna die on this show, so I try not to scare myself off.
You don't understand how big of a fan I was of the challenge.
I watched the challenge when I was younger.
10, 11-year-old, like, was obsessed.
One of my favorite players growing up, I said CT, and then like Leroy, Darrell. Those are like guys that like I was like, yo, these motherfuckers entertaining.
I'm pretty sure everyone is saying this guy, but you know, CT.
My all-time favorite challenger is CT. I hope you're watching. I have the biggest crush on you, so does my mom. No, I just love him. I love the way that he talks. I love his energy. He's so fun.
I got it. Square, square, square. I got it.
Oh, I have such a crush on CT.
When CT carried Johnny Bananas on a backpack and just threw him into trash.
Other people were like, and CT was just like, this, get your ass on here.
And walks him straight through the trash can. That is an iconic challenge moment.
That was some Hall of Fame right there, man. That was funny.
Wes won an elimination and literally went down the line and was like, you, you.
You're cool. You guys are on the fence.
Cara was the first female solo winner.
There's never been a challenge to date where a girl has taken over.
I loved Cara before that because she would always give it everything that she had, and she just couldn't get that win. And when she finally got it, I think that was a huge moment.
I absolutely loved watching Casey on the challenge. She was my best friend in the Big Brother house, and getting to see her win a season was just like everything.
There's people who've been on the show before who maybe aren't necessarily the biggest, like Big T. She's so tiny, but she works really, really hard, and so it's not always about size.
I love to see Jordan compete against Josh in a tug-of-war game.
He's putting everything he has into that rope, and I have every ounce of strength in my veins going into my one hand.
And win. Just using his mind to overcome that challenge.
The reason why I want to go on the real challenge is go on and get some redemption from Jay, and nobody's going to throw me around like a sack of potatoes like he got thrown around.
Jay was just constantly picked on, and he just kept killing it.
Jay, how do you feel about that, man? You already got 2 red skulls.
Let's play this game. Let's get tic-tac-toe, baby. I want to win.
And then he got hurt in an elimination challenge.
Ooh. Oh my God.
This is arguably one of the hardest hits I've ever seen in my entire life.
And that just was a dagger to the heart, because I love when people are fighting for what they want. And he was going hard the whole game, but yet constantly a target. So that I respect.
When I think of the challenge, I think of the Challenge Vendettas. And their very first episode, they like got off the plane, they went to their first challenge, and TJ was like, you have to run up this mountain, and the last one up the mountain gets sent home today. I was like, what? But then it's like they ran halfway up the mountain, and then I had to hold a box for 6 hours and then continue running up the mountain. And I was like, and that's what I'm supposed to.
Anything on semi-truck, when you're moving, you gotta jump, grab something, do a puzzle. Those are my favorite moments. You know, I sometimes think I'm Tom Cruise, you know? Bring on the Mission Impossible.
There was this one challenge where they had cars literally suspended over water, and they wanted them to jump from like car to car. And then they were like, oh, let's add a little bit of fun and have it fake rain the whole time. And I have this image where Leroy like jumped from one car to the other. He hit his head. He's literally like a stick figure, like rigor mortis Gumby, like twirling, hits the water. He's like floating face down, and I was like, Leroy just died on the challenge. And guess what? I signed up for the show.
They were in a helicopter throwing off crates and had to get it on a certain spot. Like, I'm like, yo, they're in a helicopter dropping bombs. Like, you know what I mean? That was crazy.
Tossing beanbags out of a helicopter and your partner having to catch them.
Being dropped like 10 stories because people couldn't find the right answers to these pop culture questions on like Harry Potter and Britney Spears, and they're just being dropped. I mean, they're harnessed, but that's still scary. Like your stomach is jumping. I couldn't even imagine that.
I think it was All Stars. It was a pole wrestle elimination, and literally plunged this guy's body into the floor. And I told myself, I really fucking hope the show has health insurance, because I'm dead.